is going on, hobby family? It is your boy K-Dub, and this is K-Dub's High Five. 5 rapid fire questions with your favorite hobby faces. And today we have a man that needs no introduction, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce him anyway. He is the owner of the Kentucky Road Show, the most generous person that I've actually never met. Once pulled an RJ Zion 101 card on video and sold it, gave the money to charity. This is the greatest human being in the existence of human beings, Jimmy, aka at Kentucky Cards. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing awesome, and I'm so thrilled to do this. You may ask rapid fire questions, but my answers usually aren't very rapid. But
that's all good, man.
I love this because our friendship all started on Twitter because of cards, which is the best part of all of this.
Absolutely.
I love what you do. I love it so much. And we are going to meet in person at some point. I'll just fly out there if I got to.
Oh, guaranteed. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. 100%.
So, how it works, I got 5 questions. I'm going to throw them at you one right after another. Like you said, you can answer as long or as short as need be. So you ready to do this high five?
I can't wait.
All right. First question. Your social media handle is at Kentucky Cards. How did you land on that for your name?
So it's funny. So I collected and was a teacher for a long time in the early 2000s, and I couldn't afford like all this big stuff. So I had to, kind of shape my collection to my budget, which is some things that a lot of people complain about. Oh, you can't collect. Like I got $5 packs in my shop. You just can't collect like you either used to or what, but you can, there's always something to collect. And that was the passion. So I just remember always going to Google and just typing in Kentucky basketball cards, Kentucky cards. And that Kentucky basketball cards is my Instagram handle, and Kentucky Cards is my Twitter because they wouldn't allow you to be a long one. But I was always Googling Kentucky basketball cards, Kentucky cards. And I just wanted to at least, because all my social media, like it's crazy now, but it was all just meant to be a place to find Kentucky cards and talk to people about Kentucky stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, at least somebody Googles, maybe they have some stuff, they will find me going with the big, broad, general thing. And being a guy that grew up in Lexington, Kentucky, and worked for the University of Kentucky basketball team, that is my passion. So it was an easy start.
There it is. Love it. Love it. And now it is the Kentucky Cards. I mean, all right. Second question here. When you think about your hobby journey, I mean, where it started to where it is now, who would you say your biggest influence has been in your hobby journey?
So it's really cool because I've had a few along the way. On the business side of things, it's in learning how to trade and do different things, collecting. It's my father, but my father did not collect. He had 0 things to pass down. So, but just learning the business of cards was always him. In terms of the hobby, so I started in 1985, and it was the local card shops there. There's a guy named Tom Foley that owned the Collector's Den. That was a wonderful influence on the hobby journey. And then I would say there's kind of that later part in life when I had disposable income and was able to get in it at a different level. And then it would be guys like Indie Card Exchange, Andy, RBI Crew. It would be, in a way, like, even though he's younger than me, the back and forth that Ryan Johnson, Card Collector 2, and I have. Great back and forth there. I think that in terms of that, the business and collecting is that. In terms of the people I wanted to collect, the influence, it was always just, how do I find the cool Kentucky stuff? I don't care what it costs. Of course, I love the big expensive. Everybody loves it. That's crazy to say you wouldn't. But I love my 50-cent Jamal Mashburns, and it was the influence of trying to find those Tony Delks, Jamal Mashburns, Tayshaun Princes along the way that had a great influence.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Question number 3. When you think of cards, what is your favorite card or kind of your dream PC card that you just have to have for your collection, or want one day for your collection? Your dream PC card.
Dream PC, I would say I have two for sure. and they might sound, one of them might sound a little odd, but so the dream PC card that I would love, it's ironically is not basketball. I've been able to track down the majority of the great basketball. I don't have a LeBron exquisite rookie, and I would love one, but in terms of like, oh man, one day, it's not that. I really would love a Satchel Paige rookie.
Okay.
I believe it's the Leaf 1948. It's very hard to find. They're out there, but they're crazy. And the reason for that is when I was 11 years old, I've been collecting for 3 years as an 8-year-old. 11 years old, I read a biography on Satchel Paige. And I was like, oh my gosh, this man was amazing. And it's still out there and it's fantastic. Everything he faced, everything he was, pitching in the major leagues till he was like 47.
Yeah.
So I read this book. I'm like, I'm going to get a Satchel Paige card. Of course, that's what collectors do. You find something really cool of a guy in sports. You're like, well, I got to get their card.
Absolutely.
So I go looking, and of course, there are only 3 Satchel Paige cards. They're like official ones. There's plenty of like side sets and things like that. But Topps 1953, which that sent me down the road of collecting the entire 1953 set. I started when I was 11, mowing lawns, trying to get like, none of it's graded. Maybe 4 of them are graded, but it's all like commons, like trying to earn a Johnny Mize or things like that. And I finished when I was 38 at the National.
Wow.
And Satchel was the last card I bought, Mickey Mantle and then Satchel.
Wow.
My groomsmen gave me the Willie Mays for my wedding gift.
Yeah.
Like just a cool, great story. And I could have finished it earlier, but I just enjoyed the chase, taking my time. So anyway, the other one was a Bowman 1949, which I bought myself later. And then the last one is this yellow background, very short printed Leaf 1948. That is a dream card. Then I would say the other one, this is sound a little odd, is I really, really want a Grace Kelly cut auto. Okay. I've seen a couple of these. So Grace Kelly, actress, she was the main female actress in the movie Rear Window, and Alfred Hitchcock, that is my absolute favorite of all time. I used to teach film criticism to high schoolers.
Okay.
So I love Alfred Hitchcock. I love those movies. Jimmy Stewart. I got a Jimmy Stewart cut auto, all this. Grace Kelly, I think the most beautiful woman ever to walk across the screen in that movie. Unreal. Later, she becomes the Princess of Monaco, dies in a car wreck, all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I really, really want one. There was one up a while ago for like 3,000, and I should have jumped it, and it's not there. So my 2, and then I think the last one, just because of the movie Field of Dreams, I always wanted a Joe Jackson Cracker Jack card.
Gotcha.
Again, these are like all like buying a house. Like it's crazy. But we're talking dreams. That's the dream. So I would say Satchel Paige rookie Leaf, Grace Kelly cut auto, Joe Jackson Cracker Jack.
Love it. Love it. Oh, all right. So now as we think about not just cards, but product, I've seen you rip awesome stuff, but I don't know what is the awesomest. So if you had to pick one product, price not an option, to rip for yourself, personal rip, what are you ripping and why?
Such a great question and hard, but I can tell you the first one, hands down, 2012-13 Immaculate Basketball.
Okay.
So if you think about 2012-13 with both with National Treasures and Immaculate, it was 2 classes combined. Okay. So in that rookie class of cards, you've got Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Kid Gilchrist for me, right? Kentucky guys. You've got Kemba, you've got Damian Lillard, you've got Kyrie Irving, you've got like it just
Draymond, isn't Draymond in that too?
Draymond's in that. Like it's just the most absurd dual class in that product. And that year it's really cool because Immaculate, you have the cards that have a lot more color on the back, and then you have the ones with the white on the back, both vertical and horizontal, and then you've got these color ones. Then you've got Logo Man. You also have Logo Man booklets in that. Gotcha. And to me, it's like, oops, sorry. To me, you've got all these this is my life, phones and texts, we're going all the time. But that to me is the greatest thing to rip because you just don't know, and you're getting great rookies and you're getting iconic basketball players that have won titles. I got to open a few boxes once. I would love to buy a case, but Lord knows what that would be.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, love it. I'll tell you this. My one of my first boxes I ever bought when I got back into the hobby was a Panini NBA basketball of that rookie class. And I got it for $38 on Amazon.
Oh, that's a great way to start.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a great, just insane.
Oh yeah.
It's just so loaded. That entire year of everything is loaded to the gills.
Yeah, I think I got Anthony Davis rookie. I got a Lillard rookie. I mean, I didn't even, some of the guys, I'm like, I didn't realize, he was a rookie in that class. So just loaded, like you said.
It's that two combined classes. It's nuts.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Last question here. Jimmy, your kindness and generosity in the hobby is outmatched. I tell T Murph this all the time. We're all just playing for second when it comes to kindness and generosity. Nice. But I've always wondered, where do you feel like that kindness and that generosity for the hobby community comes from? What's that rooted in for you?
So the root is easy. That to me is Christ. No doubt. I'm not a proselytizer out on the street corner doing that. But if people ask me and want to know, just like this, I am not ashamed to say it. It is my belief in God and what my purpose is on this planet. I don't need 5 houses and all these different things. To me, it is I feel like everybody has gifts. Everybody has different talents, and you always want to enhance those and practice what you've already just been given. It has nothing to do with me. Absolutely. So to me, it's I always want to be empowering. I want to educate and lift up. I think I was given that. It was just a gift. So if one way I can do that is by taking what I've been blessed with and making, like, you can't have all the cards. Like, you can never have all the cards. So if I can go and use even stuff that means something to me, Anthony Davis's otherwise, I would love to be able to make somebody else's day and hopefully impact their life in a way that gets them just to think differently. And I have had that happen many times in my life, and not just with cards, but it's like, why would you give me this $250 card? You could sell this and get another card. It's like, I know, but if that teaches you to think, it's not always about obtaining. It's not always about like garnering everything. And like, I sit in my basement, I've got more cards than I ever thought I would have, dream cards I never thought I'd have. But it's no fun to like build a throne room to yourself and sit amongst all these cards. I'd much rather give and keep a few that mean something to me, but give away and make Bam's life better, Murph's life better, anybody's life better. And then that gets paid forward usually down the line. And then sometimes people just go home and they go like, why would he do this? Like, my dad never did that with me, or this somebody never. And then they go do it, and then their life gets enriched, because as we know, like when you do that, because you do it, Murph, all you guys, it's not, there's no scoreboard.
Yeah, I get you.
No, I know, but the ripple effect, here's one way I put it. So many things in life are a law of diminishing returns. People drink, drugs, anything. They're always trying to get back to the way it feels that first time. Right?
Yeah.
To me, when you give and you see somebody's face, or you educate and you see somebody's light bulb turn on, that feeling is never less than the first time. Absolutely. There's no law of diminishing returns in giving and in educating and helping somebody. It always feels just as good. Absolutely. So I want to play in that sandbox and make people's lives better, their days better, as much as I can. Absolutely. And that all comes from God, and do unto others, right? Lift up your brother, help marginalized, help everybody you can. And to me, that has enriched my life far more than having everything that I had in my own house. Yep. And I can just tell you on a personal level, knowing what you've, been willing to share with Cam,
has given me so many opportunities to talk with him about generosity and kindness and giving back. And so I think what you're doing, like you said, it gives you that feeling of like, I'm making the world a better place, but it truly is making the world a better place, because down the road, people are going to make moves and decisions based on the kindness that they were shown. So
I tell the guys on my team all the time, anything truly great must be transferable. It can't live and die with my personality.
Yep.
It can't live and die with me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can teach that and pass it on, it'll last way longer
Absolutely.
than I would ever imagine. And sometimes you don't even get to see, you don't know. I didn't know it prompted that conversation, but that's the goal.
Yep.
So that's a great sandbox to play.
Absolutely. All right. I got a bonus question for you here. You get on an elevator. You're only going up 2 floors. Some dude walks in with you and he goes, "Hey, who's the greatest Kentucky player of all time?" You got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds to get to your floor. What are you saying and why?
I'll have to go with, it's an impossible question, but I would have to go with Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Just because he brought us back that team, national championship, player of the year, most valuable freshman of the year, defensive player of the year, goes on to win 2 Olympic gold medals, NBA championship. To me, everything that guy brought, and he's a good dude.
All right.
Like, to me, what he brought, and he only scored 12 points in the title game. It was much more than just points.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say Anthony Davis, though. I could go on this for 2 hours.
Ding. All right. We hit the floor, man. Sorry. That's it. That's all we got. So love it, man. Well, hey, thank you. We got a high five at the end. As always, got to give a high five here. Boom. High five. Appreciate you joining me on K-Dub's High Five. Jimmy is at Kentucky Cards on his social media. Kentucky Roadshow. Check that out on YouTube as well as on the internet. You can follow me if you want at Mr. K-Dub. Remind you guys, be the good in the world, man. All those things. Let me get the arrow right here. Nope. There we go. All these things that Jimmy talked about, being the good in the world. You can be the good in the world for people as well. Jimmy, thanks so much. And we'll see you on the next K-Dub's High Five. Take care, guys.
Let's go.
This is a demo sound of freeintromusic.com.